Well, thank you for joining the action this wonderful morning. And you just find us 4 deliveries into the first over.
Put away. 4 runs. Ben Curran looking very in control there. It's the way he played yesterday. Very, very much in control and very confident with every shot he's playing.
Yeah, that's a morning to everyone from Ben Curran. He comes to your screens with a boundary. As we welcome you to Harare Sports Club this morning, my name is Tawanda Eli. And I'm with Kudzai in the commentary box. Enes Masugu just pitching that one a little bit too short and he gets punished for it. Seemed like a good over to start off with. Prior to the last boundary that was scored, it only considered 2 runs. Now 6. He needs to worry about his last delivery, trying to finish off well in the first over. Single. So first over is done here at Harare Sports Club. Rhinos 7 for no loss after the first 6 deliveries.
And from the city end, Tino Maposa operating from the city end there. Big fast bowler.
Yeah, pace coming through from both ends. He trying to utilize the overcast conditions. Really didn't see much movement from Enes Masugu, either through the air or off the surface. Might be a different one for the big fast bowler Maposa here.
Oh, good start. Going away with the angle. Very good start by Tino Maposa there.
Yeah, just a slight hint of movement away. Man, he would love that to be a little bit closer to the batter to draw him forward.
So you can see his stats there. Matches he's played 124. He's got about 139 wickets. Best of 7 for 30. It's very good, huh? Economy of 5 in the T20. That's very good.
Yeah, those are domestic figures.
Oh, okay.
Fuller worked away leg side. Deep backward square. And the fumble. He's still 2. That's good running. That's good intent. This is what you need to do to be able to capitalize on the mistakes that are made in the field. If you're able to pick up an extra single, it will definitely aid you in your efforts to score big here.
Yep, definitely. Tuskas captain will be happy about that fumble. They'll want to be cleaning the ball nice and clean.
Again, leg side worked away. They're thinking of 2. Much better clean up by Clive Madande this time. He does well on this occasion. Just keeps it down to 1.
Did some corrections there. Got to the ball nice and quick. Let it go. Which is what you expect from someone of his standards.
Slight changes in the field by Maposa. Don't know whether it's an issue of the fielding. But for me, I think what he'll need to try and get right is his line and length. His first delivery to Ben Curran was a tad bit too wide outside off stump. And then the next 2 deliveries, he overcompensated. All were just around that leg stump region.
White ball.
That would have been a good delivery to the left-hander. Right-hander going down leg side, that would be wide.
You have to reload that one, Tawanda. Tino, sorry.
Kind of gets confusing between the 2 brothers.
It's always the case, huh?
quiz for you. Who's older, Tawanda or Tino?
Tawanda. I think so. I think Tawanda is older.
Some movement coming into the right-hander. It's a much better delivery. But well worked away. Musakanda will pick up a single. Big broad shoulders of Tino Maposa. Was able to generate a decent amount of pace. Found himself in such situations at the highest level by representing Zimbabwe. But this is where it all started from, and this is where he can be able to polish up his skills. Straight back. No run, didn't come out of the middle of the bat there from Ben Curran.
Ben Curran really looking to have a go at the ball. He's been playing well, played well yesterday. Really looked very confident. Was pretty sure of what he wanted to do.
Yeah, we saw him being explosive towards the latter stages of that chase against Mountaineers, as much as it was a low score. Played some innovative shots towards the end. This morning, he has a much different role. He needs to help his team put up a defendable score. I'm sure they'll have taken notes at how Tuskers went about business in the early morning yesterday. Picks that one up. That will be a big shot. And that should go all the way. 4-4. Really being innovative like I spoke about. This one picks it up. Over. Shot fine leg. And runs away for 4.
End of the second over. Rhinos 12 for 0.
Projected score after that boundary is around 160. And that should be the target that they should be working with. Rhinos at net run rate of around 8 or even better. If they can get to 180 or 170, they would be happy with that. They've gotten to a very good start in these first 2 overs. Masuku for his second, coming through from the golf course end. Fuller went to the onside. So top ball, and struck it well, Musakanda. What he would love is to be able to pick the gaps.
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes it's the worst thing when you play a really good shot, but you aim the fielder. You're like, oh, what did I just do?
And it becomes pretty difficult. Man, that's an equation that he needs to work out. That's hence the promotion to being an opener. While Masugu needs to find a breakthrough for the Tuskers here. Next side. Should be 1. Clive Madande cleaning up. He has let go of that hat and decided to go for the cap. Maybe it was the cause of the fielding error. Change in gear, change in April.
I guess everything is all about the mind. Everything is in the mind.
Yeah, like the floppy hat is not working for me. Can't see properly.
Well, watching the ball straight to the bed is what's working for Ben Curran at the moment.
Yep. And also being innovative. Pulled away too short. Well stopped by Mzinganyama at mid-wicket there. It's great fielding.
Really good shot. Really good shot, but not picking the gap again.
Yeah, straight to the fielder. Can be very disheartening. And you, like you mentioned before, you play a good shot, finds the man. And this one not only finds the man, He nearly was run up because he felt it was such a good shot that it's going to hit the fielder, and he took off and to do some work to get back into the pop and crease.
And playing this level, when you get a bad ball, you got to be able to pick the gap because you're not going to get many bad balls.
Definitely you punish. It just gives you an extra edge. Changes in the field. Fine leg comes in. Mid wicket goes into a deeper position. Sort of like goes to deep square leg. So I don't know if he's going to pitch a fuller as a bluff or he's going to bowl short again. Length. And that gap that they opened up allows them to pick one. Some of the strategies that are always employed by bowlers, you find the combination right now that Rhinos has of a left and right hand combination, you might just be more comfortable bowling to right-handers. So what you do is that you give away the single to the left-hander, which is what Ernest Masugu did here, to allow Tarisai Musakanda to be on strike, where he's much more comfortable bowling to right-handers.
Very good point, that. Shot one. Played a miss.
There we go. Much more comfortable. That's where he feels that he might just have one up against Tarisai Musakanda. Big short went for the pole shot. Not a really convincing shot that he played on that occasion. Ernest Masugu has a wealth of experience. Made his ODI debut for Zimbabwe early this year, but he's been one of the most loyal servants of Tuskers.
Put away. Pushing for two. Will make it comfortably. Good running by the two batters. Very good running. Better shot that time.
Yeah, end of the over. That'll be 4 runs from that over. Be closing the third on that occasion. That'll be 20 for no loss so far for Rhinos. But taking a look at the shot that Musakanda played, wasn't really a convincing pull shot. And there was a man put in that mid-wicket region for that pull shot. Just went over him. So you can see that definitely there's a plan. A plan against Tarisai Musakanda. 2 short deliveries. I feel like Ernest Masugu just has decent enough pace to challenge that shot. Start of the 4th, there'll be a change in bowling for Tuskers. Luke Jongwe will come into the attack. Leave Maposa. Went for 9 in his first over. The season Luke Jongwe. Top edge. Who's under it? Taken. A brilliant catch. Well, Luke Jongwe picks up the wicket of Ben Curran and find a top edge. There was a good amount of running that needed to be done there by the captain himself, Ansley Ndlovu, who takes a diving catch. Tuskers strike, Rhinos lose their first.
So you see there Ben Curran walking off. Obviously disappointed with himself. Very, very loose shot that. First ball from Luke Jongwe. And seeing how he's bowling and tried to go over the top, but didn't get himself in a good position. In at 3, Brandon Taylor. Yesterday I was just wondering why Brandon Taylor opened, because in the national team he comes in at 1 drop, and which is what he's done today.
Well, they say that when you bat at number 3, you're just as good as an opener. So it doesn't really make much difference whether you're batting at number 3 or 4. And yeah, he finds himself in that situation. A little bit of width and off the mark straight away. Look, Jongwe found the breakthrough for Tuskers. Could have just been a change up in pace. Slightly slow delivery, but still has a decent amount of wheels on him. Look, Jongwe. Seasoned campaigner. Has done brilliantly in domestic cricket. In the league down in Bulawayo, the Bulawayo Metropolitan League. Game with, but no runs on offer. Felt that one was a slight let off by Musakanda.
Yeah, failed to capitalize there. Look, Jongwe there, he's definitely survived there. All the time, as we were saying, like yesterday, in T20 format, you got to be hitting the stumps. 80 to 90% of the balls, they got to be hitting the stumps. Wide ball down the leg side, overcompensating.
Yeah, no, overcompensating on either side. Just trying to hone in on his line and length. That's Luke Jongwe with Tarsai Musakanda on strike. It's a good start by Tuskers.
Oh my. Oh my, oh my.
It's wide. Very, very wide. Would have been a good delivery on the next set of strip there in the next wicket. Going horribly wrong there for Luke Jongwe.
Yeah. Probably slipped off the hand.
It's up in the air again. Leg side. Falls into a vacant region. Breathe a sign of relief there, Musakanda. Could definitely tell that was a premeditated shot trying to go over that mid-on region. But found a leading edge, had plenty of height, not enough distance. Fell fortunately enough just behind mid-wicket. This time, much better shots. Pitch short, pulls it away for 4. He smashes that one away with ease. Changing tactics there was Luke Jongwe, and he gets punished for it.
He really started well with the wicket off his first ball. But the following balls, they haven't been the greatest. Single off the second ball, dot, and 2 wides, 2, 4. Oh.
Yeah, 10 so far from the over from Luke Jongwe. A little bit on the expensive side, but the wicket will even the scale there. Trying to finish off well. So 9 runs from that over, but most importantly, the first wicket. 4 overs done, 29 for 1.
you see the bowling line up there for the Tuskers, and it's Masuku, very economical. Tino Maposa and Luke Jongwe, quite expensive. Going in nines. Tino Maposa from Golf Course End. Great ball, great start. Right on the money. Driven into the covers, but straight to the man. Really good shot, but not picking the gap.
Yeah, good stop by Ansley Lovu. Captain leading from the front.
Push down, deep square leg for one. Clive Madande cleaning up there. Brandon Taylor just attaching the strike there. Kanda is using the same game plan as he did yesterday. He's on 204 today.
Yeah, trying to get his eye in. Just need to assess conditions first. They're still going at a good rate. It's not that bad. 30. So the first 4 overs. Good shot delivery, but also just played well. It was a quicker delivery. That's why he wasn't able to fully go through with the pull shot, but was able just to navigate it into a gap and pick up a single. From the look of things, I can't expect that in the next over. Rhinos might just look to accelerate their scoring rate, trying to take advantage of the field restrictions that happen inside the power play. Bowled them right through. Quicker delivery. Maposa strikes. He cleans up Brendan Taylor with a beautiful Yorker. Well, that was a gem of a delivery right through the block hole. And Lexton took a walk for Brendan Taylor. He has to go. Rhinos lose their second. Gone for 205. Rhinos are now 2 down with only 31 runs on the board here. 31 for 2.
Yeah, Brandon Taylor walking off there. Very disappointed with himself. Couldn't get going. The captain steps in, Antam Naqvi, in at 4. With his team chasing a low score yesterday, he didn't get to bat. He's probably very eager to be on the crease today.
Yeah, definitely be looking forward to bat. Captain straddles to the center. A lot of work that's up ahead for him. Don't think that this is the position where he would have thought he would be coming in. But Tuskas bowlers, they have been really good, especially in the last 2 overs. Started off with Luke Jongwe, who picked up a wicket quite early out of Ben Curran. Maposa cleans up Brendan Taylor now. Quicker delivery and off the mark of the first ball. Got shot at the stumps there. Got backing up as well by Ernest Masugu.
End of the 5th over. Rhinos 32 for 2.
Five overs done, 32 for 2. That's where Rhinos find themselves. Ben Curran gone, Brendan Taylor gone. Man in your picture, look Jongwe. Picked up the first wicket of Ben Curran. Last over of the first 6 of the power play. Trying just to navigate. And I failed here in what would be a very important over to how Rhinos set themselves up here. Well, Tuskas, they'll be looking just to pick up one more wicket, and that would make this power play be in their favor.
Yeah, definitely. They've actually started very well. Ball. Nice and straight, hitting the stumps. Forcing the batsman to play a shot.
Now drawing him forward.
I think as a bowler, you always have a chance. Easier for the batsman to play a shot.
Again, it's widest delivery. Too wide. Now so scamper through for 1. Just relieving the pressure there. That's look Jongwe. That's not what you want. You would want to hit your marks quite early. Get into a good rhythm of bowling. With again, that's offside. It's a good shot. The chase is on. Maposa builds the ball, and the ball wins. Yeah, the overnight rain will make this lush green surface of Harare Sports Club slightly quicker. As quick as Maposa is, takes a breather by the stands. After that boundary, just gets some help from one of the spectators and ground staff here to retrieve that one. Also gave him a chance to catch his breath, but that was a good strike. Too short and wide on the offside this time by Luke Jongwe, overcompensating. A little bit of similarity to how he ended his first over. Struggling with his lines and length on either side.
Yeah, but really good shot by Musakanda there. Really good. Cut away, straight to the man. Failed to pick up the gap there.
Yeah, but I felt that Musakanda on that occasion, instead of giving himself room or being stuck to where he was, if he had moved towards the ball, he could have cut that one over point. And that definitely could have been another boundary. So just not enough feet movement for me from Musakanda on that occasion. Oh, straight past the bowler. Went for the effort of a one-handed catch, but not a runaway for 4. So this is turning out to be a very good over. And as we anticipated, there's a little bit of acceleration in the scoring here from Rhinos. They already have 10 runs from the over.
Stepping on the gas there, Tarsem Musakanda. Really want to end the power play well. With 2 balls to go, they're on 42 for 2. If they don't lose a wicket, though, they've won the power play.
Up in the air. And just over. Enes Masugu there. Petros Tole, beg your pardon. Took a couple of grabs at it and pick up 2 runs. 12 runs from this particular over. This is a good finish to the power play by Rhinos. Really stepping on the gas. We have 2 boundaries in the over. If they can get 1 more, just finish as close as much to that 50 mark inside the first 6 overs. Yes, they lost 2 wickets, but it would still be a very good power play. Wide. Extras. Yeah, we'll just help them along. They'll accept them. Pressure. It's good running. Good running. It's a good over for Rhinos. Not so good for Tuskers. 6 overs done. 46 for 2. Rhino scorecard. Ben Curran gone for 14 from 11. Musakanda still in on 23. Brendan Taylor went just for a couple. And Naqvi still fresh to the crease.
End of the power play. 6 done. 46 for 2 Rhinos. First introduction of spin. Anslin Love, the captain, comes into the attack.
Now change of pace. Just think this is a good move. Rhinos have become too comfortable with the pace on offer. Coming down the wicket. That's good cricket and good adjustment from Ansley Lovo. So Musakanda coming down the wicket. Adjusted the length. Followed him. And also, it's a good move by Musakanda. Doesn't want Ansley Lovo to settle. So he's trying really to get him off his rhythm quite early.
Yep. You always want to play a spin off with Chris. Driven down to long off for 1 by Naqvi.
6 overs done. The field will be spread around.
Good ball. What ball by Anslin Lovu? Hitting the block out.
This is the thing about Ansley Lovo. He's quite precise in his bowling. Already he's halfway through his over. So he'll look to get through his over quite quickly. And with that, you can be assured there'll be a decent amount of dot balls as well. And if you're not careful enough, you'll find yourself just things slowing down a bit for you in terms of scoring.
Driven down to long off for 1. Very good cricket by Sam Musakanda there. But also very good bowling by Anslin Lovo. Very good. It's gone for 3 so far in this over with 1 ball to go. Slowing things down. It's captain versus captain now. Oh, down the track, down to long on. Looking for 2. They come back very comfortably. It's very good running by the 2. Very, very good running.
Plenty of deep pockets around and allow them to come back for the 2. 7 done will be 51 for 2. Seven overs done. Would you be happy with the score if you're in Rhinos camp?
51 for 2. Well, I'll be looking at least 60 for 2 after 7. But after losing 2 wickets, I'm sure they'll be happy with having 51. But this is the period where now they got to be able to rotate the strike. As we see from the city, and now they've also introduced spin. Just before Newton came, I saw Tino Maposa marking his one up, and he had already given the umpire his hat. But I think the captain saw that, let's slow things down, and they'll steal the overs from them.
Yeah, trying to quickly go through the overs. Looked away like side, just before 1 hopefully, but they push it and come back for 2. Slightly bigger gaps in there, taking advantage of the pockets that are there. This is good cricket. If you're not able to get the boundaries, push for the singles, but if you can turn them into 2, even better. Because what you want to always have...
That's the very most important thing about this T20 game. Of course, people want to be hitting the ball, but the very most important thing is to be rotating the strike.
Yeah. Keep an eye on that dot ball percentage. Be able to manage it positively by keeping it as low as possible. With cut away, and we hit the sweeper on the offside just before 1. It's 2 left arm spinners bowling from either end.
As I was saying, like, if you're not, as a bowler, especially as a spinner, if you're not hitting the stumps, you're giving the batsman a free chance to score. See, there we go. With the game. But if you're hitting the stumps, the challenge with hitting the stumps is you got to be finding your length. The length has to be very good. And that's something obviously that comes from practice and doing it continuously.
That's well said. But I just get the feeling that Tuskers want to drop that scoring rate of Rhinos just a bit under 7. And we're going at 8 and over towards the end of the power play. While pace is on, but now just around 7.1 there. They're happy just to give them the singles for now. Aerial a bit. Now is with it. Plenty of work to do, but that's a boundary. And this is what I was talking about. We might be happy with giving them singles, but if they get just a few more 4 to say and then they get a boundary, it becomes a good over for them. And in that one becomes good. 9 runs off the Milton Shumba over. 8 overs done, 60 for 2.
Ainsley Love will continue from the golf course end. Or bowled, or played, or negotiated. Very good cricket from the 2.
Yeah, Ainsley went for 4 in his first over. He had hoped that his spin counterpart, Milton Shumba, would do similarly well, but he gave away 9.
Down the track.
Great adjustment from Naqvi. He was looking to play that one straight over the bowler's head, but he saw the adjustment from Ainsley and just at the last minute pulled out of that shot and played into the gap for 1.
Shout from the keeper. Umpire not interested.
That's an audacious shout. Heard something that he only heard, like a keeper.
About very good bowling from Ainsley Love.
Yeah, it changes up in speed, and that's one of his variations. Might give you a few quicker ones, and he'll slow it down as well, or toss it up, like on that occasion. Already five deliveries done in the over. 1 to go. He's only given away 3 runs. That's how effective he is. That's Ansley.
Scoring 3 overs quickly, huh? About played pushed into the mid-wicket region for 1. Naqvi rotating the strike nicely there. And at the 9th, Rhinos 64 for 2.
Musakanda. Run a ball 30. That's the best score so far that we have on the scorecard for Rhinos. Current 14. Next will be Naqvi in with him. 11 of 8. Almost getting to the halfway stage, or the halfway mark of the Rhinos innings. Projected score will be around 142. I'm hoping that they'll be pushing that product to 160 or 170. Musakanda is in. He's got 30 from 30. He would look to be the one that leads the charge or the acceleration. He's got his captain there as well. Good strike of the ball. In the meantime, for Tuskers, there will be a change in the bowling attack. Be Tawanda Panache Maposa into the attack. Just get 1.
Oh, the comeback for 2. Some sloppy fielding there.
Yeah, Petro stole it. Making his first outing for Tuskers. Was on debut yesterday. This is only his second match. Didn't get to bat yesterday. Oh, ball. So probably some nerves. Playing for the first time for his franchise. Well excited. Just be 1.
Cleaned up by Brian Muzinganyama in the deep there. Yeah, I've seen Petros play club cricket. Likes to hit the ball.
Yeah, decent strike of the ball. Decent spinner as well.
Off spinner, yeah, so good off spinner.
Pretty short. Just be 1. Good throw. Yeah. Plenty of youngsters in the Tuskers setup and are coming through the franchise system, courtesy of some wonderful work done by the BMCA. I see the likes of the Maposa brothers, Mnashi Chimsoro, Petra Stole, all coming through the structures of Zimbabwe cricket development.
Something which is really good. Very good to see the youngsters coming in.
It's a good fusion. You take a look at the amount of experience that also around them. They have the likes of Brian Chari and the likes of Ernest Masugu, Brian Mzinganyama, players that have been in the structures for quite a while, so they have plenty of players that have a lot of experience. Good delivery, but also the running is good.
Yep.
This is good. Very good running in between the wickets by Rhinos. I like the intent to run. This is how you play T20 cricket. If you're able to convert good deliveries into singles, you are ticking the scoreboard.
Exactly.
Because right now it might look like they haven't really scored much, but that's 4 singles they have scored, and they got a couple on the first delivery. That's already 6 runs that they have. If they get a boundary of this last delivery, comes an even better over. Working leg side, pushing, and just get 1, but still they'll take the 7 that they got. So it'll be 10 overs done. That'll be 71 for the loss of 2. And that is Rhinos at the halfway stage. And that will be drinks.
Okay, halfway through the innings of the Rhinos, 71 for 2 after 10 overs. I think the fact that they've just lost 2 wickets, they'll be happy with having 71 on board. They'll definitely look to put on accelerator now. Mutun Shumba from the Golf Course end. Change of hands from Mutun Shumba. That will be a shout. Umpire not interested. Looks like it's going down there. It's going to be missing leg stump. But the bowler was very much interested. Cut away, straight to the man, no run. And Naqvi will feel that he missed out there. Got some width, but failed to punish it. How about push into the mid-wicket region? Just for one. Really good comeback by Milton Schumer into second over. He's already bowled 4 balls, only conceded 1. Projected score around 135. Big single. Good fielding there by Tino Maposa. Big fella. Last ball of the 11th over. Down the track. Down to long off. Looking to come back for 2. They make it comfortably. Really, really good over by Milton Schumer there. Just conceded 4 runs. And the 11th over, Rhinos 75 for 2.
Yeah, with 11 overs done. This is where Rhinos also, they, like you say, that they would look to try and accelerate things here. It won't just be enough for them just to be getting the singles here and there. They need to be finding a boundary, 1 or 2 in each and every over going forward, so that they can be able to push that score. Projected score, like you said, at the moment, 136.
Tino Maposa from the city end. Straight down the leg side, just for 1. Musakanda, 34 of 34. Run a ball.
Yeah, he'll need to push that a little bit. His strike rate at 100. He has had plenty enough time to get himself in. Needs to, looking around having a strike rate of around 150 plus going forward, because what they now need to look for in these 9 or so overs that are left, if they can get about 90 runs, then take them to around 165 or so, if my maths is correct.
Down the track, put away down to deep. Great fielding down there.
Excellent piece of fielding from Brian Mzinganyama. Does some work, just keeps it down to 2, because definitely that was a great shot coming down the track and looked to be destined for the boundary, but keeps it in. And it just will add to the bit of frustration to Rhinos, who haven't had a boundary in quite some time.
Yeah, and Naqvi there looking to step on the gas. He kind of feels the rate they're going at the moment is not quite good enough.
Again, looking to play it straight, fumbled by Luke Jongwe. Allows them to come back for 2. Can see the intent. Naqvi is trying to take the lead here and looking for a boundary for Rhinos.
Yeah, he's definitely come with a different approach after the drinks break.
Whips it leg side. Bits shot fine leg. Will this one run away for 4? No, he won't. Zinganyama will clean up. Again, just two of that one. But this is a much better over. Instead of singles, they're picking up twos.
Definitely.
And just a matter of time before I feel that they will find a boundary. So Tino Maposa needs to be about his wits here. And also fielders need to be on their toes. Try to save a boundary with each and every delivery that's remaining in this over. Full up with the leg side. Now fielded again. Singanyama's been busy in that region.
He's been busy doing some good cleanup also. He's quite quick on the ropes. He's a very confident guy also. Just love the way he carries himself. Nine off the over so far. If they had to get a boundary here, that would be very good over for them. Push into the mid-wicket region, just for one. Good finish by Tino Maposa. And the 12th over, Rhinos 85 for 2. Change of bowling from the golf course end. Anthony Love comes back into the attack. He's gone for 8 off his 2. Down the track, looking to go big there, but didn't quite time it all. Just gets one down to long on.
Yeah, we can see the efforts by Naqvi. He's trying to go over the top and possibly look for areas where he can score a boundary. But he hasn't been successful so far. Just one. Good stop by Brian Chari there. So there's only been 4 boundaries that have been 6 boundaries, I beg your pardon, that have been scored by Rhinos so far in their innings. And the last one, we're now into the 13th over. The last boundary was at the end of the 7th over. It's been quite a decent amount of deliveries since the last boundary here. So Tuskers have done pretty well in drying up boundaries. It's a good strike. And this one will beat the man and will be a boundary. They've been searching for one. And finally, Naqvi finds one.
That is, you're talking about the boundary count. And they just get one. And still over there giving Naqvi some width. Something he doesn't want to be doing. He wants to be hitting the stumps. Down the track.
Nearly decapitating his teammate. They push for 2. This is good. And Musakanda took note of how not in a good position the man in long on was in order to bring back that one. He took advantage and got 2. They haven't been able to get a lot out of Ensley over, but this is a good over. They've gotten 8 runs off his over. He's been giving them 4s here and there, each and over. But this one in particular, they've been able to get around 8 with 2 deliveries to go. How much more can they be able to milk from him?
Pushed into the square leg region there, just for one. If there's one thing that Ainsley has done very well today is bowling most of his balls hitting the stumps. See the previous ball that Anton Naqvi got a boundary off, there was width. But most of the balls that he's bowled, he's been hitting the stumps and they just went for singles.
Stump to stump.
No bowled, no played. Good cricket. See, that's the thing. If you get a good ball, if you're able to retain the strike, you're winning. As you said, the score keeps ticking.
Good over. A very, very good over for Rhinos. 13 overs done. It's 95 for 2. The reason why I say it's a good over, if you have a look at Ansley Dover's figures at the bottom of your screen there, 3 overs is bowled. The previous over, his last over recently, got 10 runs. If you remove that, it only given them away in the 8 runs in the first 2. So that's how brilliant he's been, the captain for Tuskers. Now needs to marshal the rest of the troops, the rest of the bowling attack to almost maybe replicate what he has been able to do so far. Keep it tightlish and things. But so far, look, Jongwe has got 1 for 23 in the 2 that he's bowled. Coming back for his 3rd. He had the keys to unlock the wickets column. What can he do in his 2nd spell? Fuller delivery. Going for the stumps, like you said.
Yeah, Luke Jongwe, the experienced Luke Jongwe. He's really done well. 1 for 24. Into his 3rd over. Hit down the ground. Just for 1.
Jungo going for the block hole on that occasion.
Using his experience.
With again cut away straight to Ansley Lovo. That backward point keeps that just to a dot ball. I guess so far Tuskers, what they have done is that they've really been able to keep Rhinos decently quiet, which is good, because now what it means is that Rhinos need to come at Tuskers to get a big score. And in that effort to go big, you present wicket-taking opportunities.
We're taking a lot of risk. Into the 14th over now. 98 for 2. Current run rate 7.1. Projected score at 143. Do you think it will be enough?
Well, Tuskers got 157 yesterday. It's a different surface, yes, they're betting on today, but I think it's almost the same. So just might be a pass score here. Again, Fuller. Push for 2. If they're just around 140, I don't think that would be good enough. But if they can push it to around 165 plus, then yes, that definitely would be. That means adding a 20 more runs to that projected score. That would definitely put them in a very good position. The 100 comes up with that couple that they got there. Rhinos, 100 on a loss of 2 wickets at 13.5 overs. The team will applause from the changing room, breaching those 3 digits. Looking to come down the track, but a good one. No boundary on offer. Much better by look. No extras in this particular over, so he's done well. 14 overs done, 101 for 2 Rhinos.
The betting card for the Rhinos, you see there, Naqvi, high scorer so far, 40 of 29. Musakanda still in, 37 of 39. Ben Curran out, 14 of 11. Vernon Taylor, 2 of 5. Really good partnership here by Musakanda and the captain, Naqvi. 6 overs to go. This is definitely the time they'll really look to accelerate.
Coming down the track, pushes for 2. And comes back easily. I'm sure Brian Zinganyama has lost a couple of pounds or kilos in that region he's been operating. That to run ever so often, being in that boundary area, very busy. Antum Naqvi into the 40s now, 42 from 30, striking it at 121. Looking to go for the reverse sweep. Keeper loses sight of it. They'll pick up a couple. They're thinking of 3, but the throw is good. Skips it to 2. So Naqvi going pretty well here. Is accelerated quite well, settled. 44 now from 31. Overtaking Musakanda on 37 from 39. It's just slowed down. He was going at a runner ball, just around the 90s in terms of strike rate.
Yeah, Naqvi is coming with a really good intent. He's played some really good, strong shots. Down the track.
Looking for 2. And he'll come back easily. He's been running ever so much, Naqvi. He hasn't got boundaries, but what he's done well is been able to run those 2s very hard.
Yeah, they really run well. Really, really good partnership, this. Straight to the cover, to man cover. Brian Chari. Well taken. Well taken. Antum Naqvi, as we're saying, he's about looking to accelerate. That we're not getting the elevation. And straight to the man. Really good catch by Brian Chari.
Chari takes a blinder. Naqvi goes for 46 from 32. Yeah, he'll be disappointed himself trying to go over the covers. He was 4 runs away from a half century in this tournament. But that will not be, 4 runs short. Disappointed in himself. The shot could have been better, but he has to go 46 for 33. And Rhinos lose another one. Struck 2 4s in that. And that tells you that the rest of those runs had been courtesy of good running in between the wickets. Rhinos will be 107 for the loss of 3 wickets.
Incoming batsman, Ryan Bell. The big hitting Ryan Bell. Let's see how he's going to go with 5.2 overs to go here. Just before Antum Naqvi went out there, Ella, you spoke about how Tarisam Musakanda has just gone down on his strike rate. He's striking at about 90s now. With losing that wicket, how do you think he's going to play now?
Well, after losing, Antum Naqvi, who had taken the senior role of being the aggressor, still I think he has now to take charge, because there's not much of time that is left. But we all know how good a striker Ryan Bell is. So he might just give himself maybe a few sighters. Running 2. This is good. Off the mark on the first ball. This is brilliant. Yeah. This is what Rhinos have been good at. Running 2s. Running very, very hard. Naqvi, you got him to 46. He had only 2 4s in that whole entire lot of runs there.
Yeah, they've been putting bat on ball all the time and looking to run hard. Ryan Bell squeezing that one just for 1 run. End of the 15th, Rhinos 110 for 3.
5 overs to go. 110 runs for the loss of 3 wickets. This game is evenly poised, you would say. Rhinos have 7 wickets in hand in these last 5 overs. If they can just increase the scoring rate to get to around 10 and over going forward, that would give them about 160. It should be good if they can push it up a bit, get 2 really big overs or so.
Yep.
Maybe push it to 170. But also Tuskers have done very well. They have minimized the boundaries. They really haven't given any away cheaply. Their fielding has also been good. If they can pick up 1 or 2 wickets here, they will tighten the screws here on Rhinos. Ernest Masuku back in the attack here. Coming from the city end. And that goes horribly long. That'll be wide.
Really bad way to start an over, starting with the wide.
Yeah, it could take you that way. But also, he's got an extra delivery just to start off his over. Gives you 1 more ball to take out the batter. Depends which side of the coin you're looking at it.
Yeah, definitely.
Going for wide Yorkers outside that off stump. And that's the plan by Ernest Masuku to Ryan Burl. Gives him 1, gets him off strike. There'll be a change in the field. And Musakanda on strike. It will be long on, Carl corner and deep backward square. A sweeper on the offside. Mid-off is coming in. That's what you're seeing. Ernest Masuku marshalling to the field there. That's a good one. That's a good ball. Pitching it up there.
Yeah, player missed by Tino Musakanda, looking to go straight, but didn't really get himself in a really good position.
Yeah, Ryan Bell walks down the track as a few words of advice from Musakanda. 37 runs that he scored of 40 deliveries. It's up, over mid-off. It'll plug into the ground there. Maposa will save 2 there. Didn't cleanly hit that one. Musakanda came off the toe end of the bat. That's why he's having a look at the bottom of that bat in particular.
And straight away you see Ernest Masuku changing the field there. Mid-off going back. Finally coming in. Trying to prevent that boundary. Straight.
Goes for the single. Guess it's good play from Musakanda. He's realized that he's not hitting it cleanly. He's tried twice to muscle it away and wasn't successful. So what he did there, he gives strike to Ryan Burl. Maybe hopefully he could be much more successful.
I think in his 40 or 42, that's one thing he's really done well. He's really rotated strike well.
Yorker outside, off stump. That's good bowling from Masuku. So this has been the plan by Ernest Masuku to Ryan Burl. He will push it outside off stump. Yorker's outside off stump. To Tarsai Musakanda, he'll pitch it up, angling it in because he knows Musakanda is struggling to make contact with the ball. That's good work, good ploy, good plan by Masugu so far.
It's always good to see when you see a bowler bowling with a good plan and executing it.
Again, it's harder for Ryan Bell really to make a good connection. He's only been there for 5 deliveries. End of the over, 16 done. 1-1-6 for the loss of 3. That's Rhinos.
As you see the betting cut there, Naqvi, the top scorer so far, 46 of 33, followed by Musakanda, who's still in 40 of 42. Ben Curran went for 14 of 11 balls. Ryan Bell still in 5 for 5 with Musakanda. Ryan Bell striking at a strike of 100%. Really look to up it with 4 overs to go here.
Yeah, 4 important overs remaining here. And what Tuskas have been good about it is that they've kept Rhinos at bay. And no big overs so far. No boundaries as well. And they've been given away. Maposa from the golf course end. Into the pads. Just gives them 1. Taking Ryan Burl away from strike. Now dangerous he can be. Musakanda 40 from 42. I think he has to go for it. For me, I think this is the opportunity from Musakanda really to try and add a little bit of impetus into his innings, because he was there from the start. Now almost towards the latter stages of this Rhinos innings.
Slow one. Played a miss. As you can see there, Musakanda just saying to himself, it was a slow one. Really good ball by Maposa. Executing what he wants to do.
I think also this is good for Tuskers, having Musakanda on strike. He really hasn't timed it all. He's been just working singles around. So with the pressure of the scoreboard in terms of where they want to get that projected score, and that will also present an opportunity for them to pick up his wicket. Slow delivery again. Down to long on. Just be 1.
Yeah, as you're saying, I think Musakanda he's played well to get his 41 or 44, but I guess with where the game is now, it really has to accelerate and push that strike rate up. Straight to the man, push for 1. Tuskers will be happy with that.
Yeah, they don't mind the singles. They'll be happy with those singles and dot balls. That's what Tuskers is looking for here. But most important, they'll be happy with a wicket 1 or 2 here. And the possibilities of that, they're ever so high. You have a batter who really hasn't middled it, and they're fairly new batter on the other end. And all trying to accelerate their scoring for their team here. Oh, just over. Well, that should have been taken by Tino Maposa. A lackadaisical approach. And it went over him. Tried to do a one-handed catch. You should have heard the shouting from the senior players here. Like, why are you going in that with that lazy approach?
You know, the saying never changes, Eli. Catches win matches.
And that definitely is so very, very true. I've been talking about how Musakanda was struggling to middle it. Didn't cleanly hit that one. And he should have been on the ropes to take that catch. That's why he's put in that area. Wide. Get got a single. So it was 17 overs done. 1, 2, 4 for 3. Big brother will have to apologize to his little brother there. Don't know how that will go down well later on, or even back at home.
Trust me, it won't go down well.
All right, from Tino Maposa, Maposa into the attack for Tuskers. 124. This is where they are in these 3 overs that remain. Tuskers, if they can keep them just from getting to 140, they'll be happy. If they can pick up a wicket, even better. That'll be wide. On leg side.
You know, the feeling of dropping a catch is not the greatest because you'll be like, the bat is still in, and if I'd got that ball, it would be out. But now, if he gets more runs, now you'll be like, oh, what did I just do?
It's off the thigh pad, they get 1. Yeah, looking at Musakanda on 46. 4 runs away from a 50. Of which that could have been avoided and you're taking the catch. So definitely it'll play on your mind there.
We're definitely playing in the mind. As long as he's still in, you'll be like, no. But anyway, it's part of the game. It's part of the game. That's what happens.
Yeah, focus on the task at hand. That's what he needs to do, Maposa. Fuller into the block hole. And also well played by Ryan Burl. And just get 1. Good pick-up throw there from Tino Maposa.
Very good standards by him. Got to the ball so quickly, let it go. Straight to the keeper there. This is now the stage where, as a fielder, you can't be slipping. Because any fumble, the batters will look to come back. On the legs, 1 run. Tino Maposa, they're looking to bowl Fuller to the batters, looking to go for that Yorker, which is obviously a go-to ball during the death overs.
Big shots. Cleanly hits that one and clears the ropes. And Ryan Bell gets a desired connection. That was in the block hole. However, not in the right one. And it's been dispatched away.
Yeah, really good shot there by Ryan Bell. Straight for 6. So definitely want a couple more of those.
Good stop. Definitely saved 2 there. That's Brian Cherry. That was hit very hard.
Yeah, really good stop by one of the experienced players in the Tuskers team, Brian Cherry.
Trying to go again. Inside edge. Can they get 2? Just be 1.
And at the 18th over, Rhinos 137 for 3. Ennis Masuku from the Golf Course end. Hit straight to long off. Coming back for 2. But no chance. Given. Musakanda there, not running fast enough. It's been given. Trying to come back for 2. He goes out for 46 or 48.
Musakanda, 46 from 48. That's what he had been able to acquire. And this time around, not able to get behind that line quick enough. And there's another batter follows his captain back into the huddle, but also dismissed on a similar note of 46. 80 overs done, and it will be 137 for the loss of 4 for Rhinos.
It's all
Fortuitous. That's a fortuitous boundary. Thick outside edge of a fine leg and runs away for 4. Ryan Bell moves quickly to 22 of 13. 140 has been reached by Rhinos. They will be trying to get a little bit more. If they can get 20 runs in these remaining deliveries, get to 160, 165 there. Smashed. Net has been cracked away onto the roof. Ernest Masugu really been hit away by Ryan Bell. It was in the slot. And Ryan Bell accepted the invitation. 10 of the first 3.
Yeah, really good shot by Ryan Bell there. Straight for 6. Straight in the slot. This time of the game, you don't want to be bowling too many balls in the slot.
It's wide. Opens the face of the blade. That'll be 4. And Justin trying to bowl a Yorker outside off stump. Ryan Bell reaching for it. Opening the face of the blade. Puts it over point, and that's 4.
Yeah, good shot by Ryan Bell. Just time of the game. It's really difficult if you're going to miss your length. Anything that bounces is going.
150 comes up for Rhinos. They needed this. They needed this impetus. They needed the acceleration. Now, it's not only 160 that's within reach, but also probably 170 plus. Again, outside edge. That'll run away for 4. Well, that's a fortunate one for Rhinos. Unfortunate for Masugu. 18 runs so far off this over. Spoke about getting an over where they can get 20 plus. Or around 20. Definitely possible in this 19th over. They don't call it the penultimate over for nothing. That's where people realize that this is towards the end of the innings. The curtain is coming down. So you try to get as much as possible, as much as you can. And so far, Rhinos have gotten 18. Changes in the field. Third man comes into a much tighter, shortish position. Goes again, down, doesn't get it cleanly. Taken, dropped. Brian Zinganyama drops that one. But also it's called a no ball. So he has to bowl that one again. It'll be a free hit.
pressure. Tashingam Sekiwa Unit 6 for the Rhinos.
Guess that might be the only reprieve there for Masugu, that Ryan Bell now is off strike. And now you're bowling to the new man, Tashingam Sekiwa. And the block hole, flicked away. Takes the catch, but they run two.
And in the 19th over, Rhinos 160 for 4.
Good from Rhinos, in particular from Ryan Bell, moves to 37 runs off 17. He really came in and accelerated things when it mattered the most. And gets them to 160. Now, if they can have a similar over like the previous one, they'll be looking at 180, which would be good. The reason why I say that is because it's Ryan Bell who's on strike. And this last over for these last 6 deliveries. How many more can he be able to get? Tuskers just going off the rails in the latter stages. Not that they did anything wrong in particular, but just some good hitting from Ryan Bell. Maposa changes to his fielding here. Lots of boundary riders. Cal corner. Long on. Long off is coming into long off coming into mid off. That'll be a sweeper on the offside. More like a deep extra cover position. Here we go. Slow delivery, play down. They're looking for 2. And they're coming back quickly. The throw is off. They get 2. Still Ryan Bell will be on strike.
Yeah, Shingam Secure is quite quick also. They'll be looking to push those 2s.
39 of 18. That's Ryan, bro. Brilliant strike rate.
Hit straight down the ground. Just get 1 since mid-off was up in the circle. Feeling kind of missed out there since it was a full toss.
Yeah, they get 1. So Tuskers making changes. They would want to keep Tashingam Sekiwa on strike, since he's just fairly new to the crease, but also Musakanda, he understands that there are only a few deliveries left, so he's going to have a go at it. So it doesn't change the amount of pressure that's still on for Maposa here. The block hole. Just be 1. It's well bowled.
Well bowled. Ryan Bell on strike, 40 off 19. Straight to mid off, out. Good catch by Petros Tole there.
Yeah, good take by Petros Tole. And this will see Ryan Bell being dismissed. 40 from just 20 deliveries that he has faced. I'll tell you what, the strike rate of 200 was very, very important, because he's gotten his team into a very good position. Wherever they end now, they will feel a little bit much happier, much lighter, and they have a good score on the board.
Yeah, Ryan Bell there walking off. Incoming batsman, the young Victor Chirwa. This is what Tuskers really wanted. 2 new batters at the crease with 2 balls to go. Definitely 2 free hits for Victor Chirwa there.
Just takes it down just for 1. Off the mark immediately. Shingam Sekiwa. I'll face the last delivery of the allotted 20 here. Again, a few changes to the field, but this has been good for Maposa. He's given away only 5 runs, but also he picked up the wicket of the dangerous Ryan Burl.
Yeah, it's been really decent over so far. Let's see how he's going to finish it.
Two for 25. Those are the figures for Maposa in the 4 that will be allotted to him if he gets to finish this one off with the dot ball, but currently that's what he has. Those are very good figures in T20. Especially with the side that looked like Rhinos with a strong batting unit. Last ball. Works it away leg side. Now just get 1. Maposa will finish off his 4 overs. And that'll finish off the Rhinos batting innings. 20 overs done. And Rhinos will finish with 166 for 5 in their allotted 20 here. And they dug in, did well, and they will be very, very happy with that effort with the bats. They will feel that they have something that they can defend. Meanwhile, also in the same note, Tuskers will be happy that they have restricted Rhinos from getting past 170. So Tuskers will need 167 in 20 overs. That's the Rhinos betting card there. Lots of starts, lots of good figures when you take a look at it. Ben Curran going for 14 off 11. Tadisai Musakanda made 46 from 48. Strike rate around 95. Stuck it for the longest of time. Brendan Taylor not able to add much to that. 2 from 5. Then Antic Naqvi, strike rate of 139, made 46 from 33. Then Ryan Bell came to the crease, smashed everyone all over the park. 40 from 20, strike rate of 200. That's what was able to push Rhinos to that 166 for 5 in 20.
And the bowling card there for Tuskers, and it's Masuku 4 overs for 40. Going at 10 runs and over. Tino Maposa, 26 runs in his 4 overs, 2 wickets. Luke Jongwe, 29 runs in his 3 overs. Ansley controlled the game, 18 runs in his 3 overs. Don't know why he didn't bowl the 4th over. Newton Shumba, 22 off his 3 overs. Tawanda Maposa, 27 off his 3 overs. So yeah, that's the bowling card for the guys. 167 is the target for the Tuskers to win. Welcome back to Harare Sports Club for the second innings of the first game. Earlier, Tuskers won the toss and they elected to bowl first. Rhinos managing 166 for 5 with Naqvi top scoring and Musakanda, they both got 46. Now it's time for the Tuskers to chase down 167. See how it goes, yeah? See there, the ground staff just finishing the final touches of rolling the wicket. The Rhinos players ready to go. Got their energy pumped up to defend 166. From the CTN, just as yesterday, Naqvi who opened the bowl. In your picture there, the Tuskers batters, Brian Chari and Munashe Chimsoro. Another change in the batting lineup for the Tuskers. Munashe Chimsoro came in at 3 yesterday. Today he's come up the order. Brian Chari to take the first ball. Here we go. Driven into the covers, straight to the man, no run. Naqvi starts with the dot ball. So Tuskers will need 8 runs and over if they want to win this game. About all played. Right on the money. Give himself room. Cut away into the covers. Really good shot by Brian Chari off the mark. Tuskers 4 for 0. Brian Chari, they're giving himself room to really disturb Naqvi off his length. Move to the offside now. Couldn't get the timing right. But moving around the crease so that he could put off Naqvi off his length. Goes to the offside again. Played a miss for about. Great ball by Naqvi. Great bowling. Give himself room. Over the top. And come back for 2. Not quite in control of that shot there, Brian Chari. But end of the first over, Tuskers 6 for 0. As you see there, the batting card for the Tuskers. Just one overboard. Branchari facing all the 6 balls. Going at just one ball, striking at 100. Okay, from the golf course end, Mars Khan. Right arm seamer. Beg your pardon. From the golf course end, Zaman Kwaja.
Inside edge. .167 is the target inside these remaining 19 overs. They've got 6 in the first one. Tuskers, they'll be taking a leave from the innings from yesterday. They had 157. They can just do a few things better. But it's a different opposition and a different day. And it's always something to have at the back of your mind that we did well yesterday, and then we can also come back and do a similar kind of work today. Meanwhile, for Rhinos is to defend that. They did well. They dug in. One pull in time, they looked as if they might just get to be around 135. But they did well. They got 30 better than that. Flicked. And that should run away to the boundary. The chase is on by the captain. Oh, he does well. And reels it back in. And saves a definite boundary on that occasion. I beg your pardon, that was Graham Creamer doing the fielding there. Rolling back the years. Showing that it still can accelerate that well, chasing after those kind of shots. Pulled away in the air, falls safely. Soro gets a short one, doesn't really get it from the middle of the bat.
Yeah, I didn't get good timing from that ball. If wanted to time it well, just try and get a boundary from that. But I guess Saman Kawaja bowling according to his plan with a mid-wicket in place there and a deep backward square leg. Up in the air. Taken.
Brian Cherry gets a short one, goes for the pull shot, gets a top edge instead. And a great catch in the deep there. That should be from Mars Khan at third man. Tuskers lose their first. And they will be 11 for the loss of 1. Brian Cherry gone for 9 of 8.
Yeah, definitely not the start they were looking for. Early wickets when you're chasing. Early wickets is not what you're looking for. Say the Branchari walking off, playing the shot that he thinks he should have played. As always, the batters will be disappointed with themselves when they walk out. In a 3, Brian Muzinganyama. just as you were saying, Eli, earlier, batting at 3 or opening the batting, it's kind of one of the same thing, but it just depends where you're taking it from. But I just guess it's just a mind thing. It's your mind that plays with you.
Oh, yeah, look at him, Zinganyama. And 1.5 overs. He's in, coming in number 3, opened the batting yesterday. So really, it doesn't change much. Maybe in your mind it does change that I'm coming in a little bit later.
As I was saying earlier, I think it's all about the mind.
Yeah. Tuskas 11 for the loss of 1. It's almost panning out to be a similar kind of quicker one. Fanning in leg side, end of the second. 2 overs done, 11 for 1, Tuskas.
That's the match summary so far. Rhinos batting first. Musakanda 46 of 48. Naqvi 46 of 33. Ryan Bell quick fire 40 of 20. And Tino Maposa being the pick of the bowlers there, 2 of 26. Okay, as we see a change of bowling from the city end. Trevor Gwandu really bowled well yesterday.
Had a fantastic over, picked up 3 wickets in his opening over. Smash away. Coming down the track was Munashe Chimsoro. Cleanly hits that one for a maximum.
That's
Now,
really a brave shot from the young man. Coming down the track, bashing him over the top for 6.
yeah, that's Munashe Chimsoro. He's an aggressive batter. That's how he plays. He loves the ball coming onto the bat. But I think then what he's trying to do here is to work with the fielding restrictions that are in the first 6 overs. So he's with the mindset that if he just gets it over the 30-yard circle, he is safe. And in that, he's looking to try and accelerate the scoring of things here, pretty much which must be the reason for his
Coming up the order.
yeah, him coming up the order. His ascension up the order. That's the word I was looking for. Got tongue-tied a bit there.
Yeah,
Trevor
and
Gwandu.
in chasing the game here, I think winning the power play is one of the most important things. Down the leg side wide, given by the umpire. We have to reload that on Trevor Gwandu.
Yeah, I was close. Very, very close. Trevor Gwandu greeted with a maximum. And it's because Munashe Chimsoro came down the track. Now he pushed it just a little bit down leg side. So already he's getting him to lose his rhythm. That's a good delivery. Very good one. But they still get one. Came off the glove there.
So for Tuskers, it will be very important for them to win this power play. If they can get to 50 odds for the loss of 1, they'll be in a very, very good position to win this game. Because in T20 cricket, winning the power play is one of the most important things, and not losing a lot of wickets. That really gives you a very good chance of winning the game. Put away. Coming back for 2.
Brandon Taylor doesn't catch that one cleanly. and gives Brian Mzinganyama a second lifeline, because that was a very, very good throw by Ben Curran. But however, it just pops out at the last minute out of the gloves of Brendan Taylor. In his mind, I thought he had completed the run out, but the ball was not in his hands. Pulled away. Taken. Good catch. Short pitch delivery. Brian Mzinganyama falls. He thought that he had got enough bat to pull that one away, but finds a well-set fielder. And he has to go. Tuskers lose their second.
Yeah, well-set fielder there, and he's got great hands. Sam Musakanda, very good fielder he is. Good catch in the deep there. Zinganyama only managing 2 of 3, striking at 66. He walks off. Rhinos striking early. Incoming batsman Milton Shumba coming in at 4. Milton Shumba's got a job to do here, Eli.
Yeah, definitely does. Milton Shumba and Munashi Chimsoro. A lot of work to do here. They need a partnership, and that is what Tuskers need now. Because Rhinos have picked up 2 wickets inside the power play. Almost kind of a similar position that these two are at the crease like yesterday, Milton Shumba and Munashi Chimsoro. They had a 55-run partnership versus Eagles yesterday morning. Now, they similarly have to do the same thing or even better this time around. Just 3 overs in and they're already 2 wickets down. 3 overs at the completion of this delivery. 21 for 2. We need 146.
Ball by Gwandu. Good way to finish the over there. End of the third. Tuskers 21 for 2.
That's the equation. 146 needed of 102 deliveries for Tuskers. Guess the game plan that Tuskers had was to aggressively go hard inside the power play, but it has cost them 2 wickets. One of them, Zinganyama, off a pull shot. Similarly, also Brian Cherry trying to pull one, got a top edge. Will they change their approach? Zaman Kwaja, work leg side. That's behind the keeper. Chase for Gwandu. Does well. But Chimsoro is quick. He comes back for 2.
I'm not quite sure if they're going to change their approach, but what they don't want now is to lose another wicket. It's still 2.5 overs to go in the power play. They definitely only want to be losing only those 2 wickets.
Just drops shot off Antim Naqvi. Coming off the toe end of the bat there. Zaman quick. Chimsoro not having ample reaction time to pull that one.
Yeah, the short ball seems to be working and they're really working on it. commentators, whoever, they're really working on their phone.
Yeah, missing out on the action that's happening in the middle of the park there. I'm sure she's trying to figure out where the rest of her friends are. Might have agreed to meet here, and she's found out that she's the only one that's here. Plenty of action happening out here in the middle.
Well bowled, well played. Nice and solid into the blocker. Good bowling there by Zaman Kwaja. Well negotiated also by Muton Shumba. Played a miss on the leg side. The batsman there asking for a wide. Didn't quite get himself in a good position to execute the pull shot. Back foot punch for no run.
Yeah, Milton Shumba just gave himself some time to have a look at the conditions here and getting his eye in. They've lost 2 wickets in the first 3 overs. And they wouldn't want that. At the moment, they're 24 for 2. Zaman Kwaja has bowled very well. Has only given away 3 runs. Last delivery to go of the 4th over. Good bounce. Good carry as well. That's a decent bumper. Good way to end the over. 4 overs done. It'll be 24 for 2.
Trevor Gwandu continue from the city end. Gone for 10 in his first over. Up in the air. Doesn't carry.
Leading edge. Nice Chimsoro just trying to work a leg side, but closes his bat quite early. And nearly presenting a catch on that occasion. Something that he needs to be aware of. I think for now, Tuskers should just give themselves a little bit of time. If they can rotate strike with the singles, then here and now again, just hopefully maybe look for a boundary, and they'll be in a good position. Up and over, that's a good shot. The chase is on by mid-on. Now pick up 2. It's a good strike by Milton Shumba.
Yeah, they got to look to rotate strike more. Currently, they're going at 6.2 and over, and the record is 8. They got to look to rotate since they've lost 2 wickets, 2 early wickets. They can't afford to lose another wicket in this power play. Obviously, if you can get to the end of the power play without losing another wicket, then they can look to push on, keep rotating, and the odd boundary, if they can get it, they'll be up in there. Oh, bowled. Quick single taken. Good batting there by Muton Shumba.
Yeah, good running. That's what they need to do. Pick up the singles, rotate the strike. Just don't allow yourself to be bogged down by too many dot balls. 139 needed from 93. Plenty of deliveries. Still, what's a achievable target if you apply yourselves? Gave himself room on that occasion. Pitch short and misses it totally. Get one. Looking for two. They run. Again, Brendan Taylor misses the stumps. The throw was slightly off. And Munashe sort of needed to be quick. And he was quicker than the gloves of Brendan Taylor.
Yeah, close to a run out there. Stars don't want to be taking those chances.
Risky.
Risky.
Risky running. That'll be wide. Misses it totally again. Fumbles that one. Brendan Taylor chases on. But it'll go for 4. Came off the glove apparently. It's been given as runs. So it'll be a welcome boundary to finish off the 5th over. It's 5 overs done. Tuskers will be 34 for 2.
That's the Tuskers betting card there. Brian Cherry, 9 of 9. Taken out by Zaman Kawaja. Munashe Jimsoro still in 19 of 10. Newton Shumba 3 of 8. Still in. Gonna be looking to build up a good partnership with Newton Shumba and Chimsoro. Gonna be looking to build a partnership here, just as they did yesterday.
Yeah. Captain brings himself back, Naqvi, into the attack. Went for 6 in his first over. Now looking to close off the power play. And will be bowling to Milton Shumba. This is a good matchup. Off spinner. Bowling to left-handed batter. Trying to take it away from the left-handed batter. Also Milton Shumba might eye this one. This is the last over of the power play. Works at leg side for a single.
Yeah, well played. Well negotiated. Getting Munashe Chimsoro on strike. This now is a better matchup for Chimsoro. Turning into him. Does it take him on, or does he just want to finish the power play well?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Munashe Chimsoro goes about business. Has been the aggressor for Tuskers. He's been willing to come down the track or take on the big shots. 19 of 10. Does give himself room. He's waiting to go for it.
Yeah, he's looking to take him on now.
Doesn't shy away from a challenge, Munashe.
Good to see from a youngster.
In the block hole.
Straight into the block hole. And Anton Naqvi is quite away. He wants to take him on also.
Has to push that one wide away from the reach of Munashe Chimsoro. Gets an under edge. He actually doesn't get any contact on that one. That'll be considered as a bye. Wicket 1.
Good shot by Milton. Rotating the strike there. Playing with a nice straight bat.
Changes in the field. Carl Corner will be put in place from the attempts that they've seen Menashe going for, noting that this is the last ball of the power play. So Menashe might look for a big shot here. Too quick. Too quick. Good over. Yes, 3 runs off it. That'll be 6 overs done. Tuskers are 37 for 2.
Yeah, the batting card there for Tuskers. You see Mnaji Chimsoro scoring most of the runs at the moment, 19 of 14. Batting with Milton Shumba at the moment, 5 of 10. Partnership is what they need. Change of bowling from the city end, Graham Creamer. His experience comes into the attack. Really had a good outing with the ball also yesterday. Bowled him, first ball, bowled him. Milton Shumba going for the sweep, missed it completely. Off stump, out of the ground. Certainly what Tuskers need at the moment. Losing their 3rd wicket. Tuskers 37 for 3. Milton Shumba there walking off. As you can see, throwing his bat up. Disappointed with himself. 5 of 11, striking at 45%. Incoming batsman, Clive Madande. Had a good time when he batted yesterday against the Eagles. Got 50 odd. One of the best batsmen yesterday. We'll be hoping to keep the form going on and put Tuskers in a better position, just as he did yesterday. You can see there the required run rates going up. It's now 9.4 required and over for Tuskers to win this game. Keeps getting high.
Off the mark straight away, Clive Madande. Yeah, with each and every wicket that falls, the required run rate will go up, and also with each and every dot ball, it will also go up because the number of deliveries left will be getting fewer, while the required runs will still be a mammoth. Almost getting close to 10 and over of what's required. Tuskers really in a spot of bother here. Playing that one light. Dot ball. This is the beauty that a leg spinner brings into bowling attack. Batters, if they aren't able to read him in terms of what he's bringing, they will struggle a bit to pick him up. And when you add experience like Graham Creamer, even more dangerous. Quick single.
Yeah, very valid points there. Graham Creamer has got lots and lots of experience. He's done this for a lot of time. And he keeps enjoying doing it.
Looking to tighten the screws here, Rhinos.
Oh, bowled. Great bowling.
Yeah, just 2 runs so far off this over. A wicket in it. It's a good place to be. Still, Rhinos, Tuskas, I beg your pardon, searching for a partnership. Just
Cut away, down to sweeper for 1. Musakanda doing the cleaning up there. Good throw to the keeper, Brandon Taylor. End of the 7th, Tuskers 40 for 3. That's the equation. 127 required off 78 balls. We say the run rate keeps going up. 9.77 needed. And the current run rate is 5.7. They gotta need to up it, but they gotta be looking to have a partnership going on. Musakanda from the golf course end. Cut away down to sweeper for 1. So 2 leg spinners operating from both ends now. Swept away. Just for 1. Munashishim sort of looking to up it there.
More fans that we're seeing that have come out to watch cricket. Worked away leg side. Thinking of 2. Soro is quick and so is Clive. Come back comfortably. He'll need to do plenty of this. The running in between the wickets. Minimize a lot of dot balls. Get 1s and 2s and maybe a boundary here there. That's another good shot through the offside this time.
Yeah, definitely. They got to do a lot of running, a lot of rotating the strike. They got to check the dot balls away. They got to be taking every box, taking every box. And if they can get the odd boundary, that'll be good. And they need a partnership going on. A partnership is what's going to give them a chance to win this game or get close somehow.
Six runs off the first 5 deliveries. We'll just keep the run rate just under 10.
Cut away, down to sweeper. Bowler bowling according to his plan. Betters hitting. The ball is fielders are. End of the 8th, Tuskers 47 for 3. For those in and about Harare, come and watch some action-packed cricket at Harare Sports Club the next 3 days. Creamer continuing from the city end. Push down to long on, just for 1. Victor Chiro doing the clean up there. Went for 3 in his first over, Graham Creamer. Down the track. It's straight. Very good shot by Chimsora there. Very good shot.
Yeah, they needed that. Tuskas needed that. He desperately needed a boundary. Menashe Chimsoro finds one. And straight up. Taking on Graham Creamer.
definitely the youth versus experience at the moment.
Works the leg side. Pushing for two, they'll get one. Yeah, I say that respect is earned. In sport, doesn't matter how many matches one has played, just play the game that is in front of you.
Exactly. As they say, each day is a new day. You just never know what's coming your way.
Again, work leg side. This is good. Strike rotation is good. They know that they got a boundary away, so that will ease the pressure of getting big runs. So they will work the singles around.
What about the creamer there? Munashi just being stuck on his crease. Did well to get back on the ball there. Last ball of the ninth over. Cut away, straight to the man, no run. End of the ninth, Tuskers 54 for 3. That's the equation there. Tuskers require 118 off 66 balls. So we're saying they gotta have a partnership going on, and at some point they gotta look to accelerate. It's very difficult to accelerate if you don't have a partnership going on. It's gotta start with having a partnership. As you can see there, they can't run rate 6. Required is now gone up to 10. They gotta keep going with this partnership, rotating, and find the old boundary. Victor Chirwa from the city, from the golf course end. Starts the wide one cut away, like Clive Madande. Really would love him to be hitting the stumps all the time. What about?
Chira left arm spinner, pulls it quicker, flatter sometimes. And he's got one that keeps straight. There we go, that's a straight one. That's the one that I was talking about. It will be stump to stump. And that one, Munashi Chimsoro opting to stay on the back foot and pays a heavy price. Tuskas lose another wicket here. And Tuskas will now be 55 for 3.
Yeah, another good shot there by Munashi Chimsoro. He had really got himself in, playing some nice shots, but that one didn't really execute it well. Be disappointed with himself. 27 off 24, striking 112. That wicket also, the players will take drinks. Over's gone. Tuskers 55 for 4. Struggling at the moment. New batsman Petros Tole off the mark straight away.
Yeah, first time he's coming out to bat for Tuskers, Petros Tole. And he scores his first runs for his franchise there, Tuskers. Settle the nerves.
Well bowled, well played. Really good cricket from the two. Victor Chiro hitting his length nicely there. Clive coming back, punching it into the covers. Well negotiated, rotating the strike nicely. Well bowled.
That's a good ball.
Great bowling by Victor Chiro there.
Good over. 3 runs off it and a wicket. 10 overs done. It'll be 57 for 4, Tuskers.
Graham Creamer to continue from the CT end. At halfway stage, Tuskers 57 for 4. Over the top for 6.
Big shots. Clive Madande will need to take lead here. And he does that very well. Clears the ropes and gets a maximum. Yeah, still in the fight, Tuskers. They will definitely need that kind of impetus. Strike it well. And getting that big one off the first delivery of the over. Don't think it'll phase Graham Creamer that much. We saw how he was able to come back a number of times after being hit for a maximum or boundary. But it just shows that Tuskers are not giving up as yet, of which it's what they need to do. Be able to take their chances. Rather you go down fighting than giving up quite early in the fight.
Yeah, definitely. About Googly that time. Clive didn't pick it well, but they kept 1 for 1 run. Leg by is given.
And it's always something that's hard to pick out of
Leg spinner.
the leg spinner. The class of Graham Creamer might give you a couple that will turn away from you, then the one that will come back into you. It's bowled in a similar manner, but he's just not able to pick it up. Going on the front foot, Petros. Rhinos would look to keep Petros on strike, taking note that he's a new man in.
And on Derby also.
Works that one away, fuller delivery. Graham Creamer disappointed with himself with that delivery.
Clive Madande 17 off the 18. We need to take charge here.
Pushed just down for 1. It's been a good over. 9 runs off it so far.
LB shout, but not really convincing.
Yeah, end of the over. 11 overs done, 66 for 4.
Victor Chiro to continue from the golf course end.
He had a brilliant first over, picked up a wicket and just only cost him 3 runs. Punched into the covers just for 1. So at some point in time, there'll be a particular bowler, maybe 1 or 2, that Tuskers would need to target to get a few big ones off. And that way, that will still keep them in the game, yeah.
About.
And also, Petrostole would need to rotate strike much more like that. Get Clive Madande to get much of the strike. He's 19 from 15, much set better between the two, the more experienced one. Oh, too close to cut. So when they do that, they still give themselves a chance here. Banged straight towards the bowler. Could that be taken as a missed chance? Did he go all the way into his hand and bounced out? We'll never know.
It's a missed chance.
Those one-handed catches, they're very difficult to complete.
Yeah, definitely. But you know what they say? If you get your hand to it, it's a drop catch.
Pushing for 2. The chance. And Sitole makes it. He has a good pair of legs on him. He ran really, really hard. It was a close one. The throw was good, but not as good as the running in between the wickets.
Yeah, Tuskers would definitely need more of that. Keep running hard, turning over the 1s into 2s. Rotating the strike. Base down to long on for 1. To end the 12th over, Tuskers 7-1 for 4. That's the equation now. 95 runs required off 48 balls. Tuskers need to step on the accelerator now. Up it. They got to up it now.
95 from 48. .88 required per over. Oh, cleaned him up. That was a pitch of a delivery from Musakanda. Cleans up Petrostole. This one, they turned him inside out, striking the top of off stump. And Tuskers, they lose another wicket here. They'll be 72 for 5. Petrostole going cheaply, you would say. Trying to work it leg side, playing across the line, and pays a heavy price.
Yeah, definitely. He'll be disappointed with himself. Quite a loose shot that he played there. First ball of the over. Got to be looking to get in a good position to play the ball. Nice and straight. Petrostole gone for 6 of 9. Incoming batsman, Luke Jongwe. In at 7. The required run rate now has climbed up to 12. Current run rate is 5. Clive Madande and Luke Jongwe, they're going to look to have a good partnership here to give Tuskers a better chance of winning this game or getting close. Since the tournament, the net run it works, is it? We'll be looking at that. Cut away. Straight to the man. It's really good fielding off him. Really, really good fielding there. It's just what we've always been saying. For bowlers, don't give width. Always look to be hitting the stumps, hitting your length. Short one that time, put away by Luke Jongwe. off the mark for him.
Cleaned him up right through. Mazkan has weaved another match for delivery. This one also cleans up. Looks younger, just like he did to Petrus Tole. Pitching it on leg stump, rips through, turns to hit the top of off stump. And look has to go, and he goes just for one.
Yeah, very short stay for Luke Jongwe there. 3 balls. Got one. Cleaned up by Musakanda. Didn't get himself in a very good position to play a nice shot. Incoming batsman, Tino Maposa. So the Maposa brothers, they all bowl pace. They all bowl with the right hand. They all bat with the right hand.
And they can strike it big as well. Big hitters. Oh, from wide. Musakanda 2 for 9, and this is only second over is bowled. Sweep shot. Brings out the broom. Finish off the over with just one, but a good over for Musakanda. Picked up 2 wickets in that one. 13 overs done, and it was 76 for the loss of 6. That's for Tuskers. Eagles, they will be in action this afternoon versus Southern Rocks. It's good to see just having a chat before the game. Comrades off the field, and then when they walk onto the field of play, they become fours.
Yeah, definitely in the field you don't be that friendly.
Ryan Burl into the attack from the golf course end this time around for Rhinos. We want to pick up these 4 remaining wickets. Pulled away. That's a big shot. I told you that the Maposas, they can strike it big. Tino Maposa gets a short delivery and sends it for a maximum.
Yeah, very good shot by the young man. Slightly short. Picked it up nicely. Bang for 6.
Yeah, Percival's our umpire. I'll have a look at that one just to check if it's still got its form. That's the ball. Cleaned up. Tried to go again for the same shot. But this time a much quicker delivery. And a bit of a stare from Ryan Burl. Tuskers lose wicket number 7. A brief stay for Tino Maposa. 1 hit and is gone. 82 for 7.
1 hit wonder, you say? Yeah, Tino Maposa, they're walking off after playing a previous nice shot for 6. Probably Rando just speeded up the pace on the very next ball. Got him bowled.
Yeah, two brothers just having a chat, change of gloves. Didn't use them much. I'll take those. Yeah, difficult position that Tuskers find themselves in here. They had a plan, but the plan didn't go really accordingly. And they looked to go a little bit aggressive at the top of their innings. And it seemed to be the plan throughout, pretty much because of the required run rate. That's why they call it scoreboard pressure. When you keep looking at that required run rate at where it's at, it puts you under a lot of pressure that you need to be scoring big consistently. And Rhinos have also just been good enough with the ball that they have been picking up wickets at regular intervals. Some very good pieces of bowling that we've seen.
Question is, how do you score consistently big?
That's always a difficult place to be.
Off the mark, Tino Maposa.
That's why they say, though, in T20 cricket, or in the shorter format, the advantage is always with the team that bats first. When you put up a good target, you now have the aid of the scoreboard that works in your favor. But in order for that pressure to really be applied, you need to bowl well, which is what Rhinos have done. They've bowled well, they've picked up wickets. Coming from the toe end, misfelt, a run away for 4. Clive Manande will accept that, Tuskers will accept that. End of the over, 14 done. It'll be 87 for the loss of 7 after 14.
$87 for 6, 14 overs. Musakanda from the city end. He's gone for 11 of his 2. He's got 2 wickets.
Quick run. Pretty much this one looks to be in the bag for Rhinos. They've done well. They've played 2 and they've won. They'll be looking to win both of their games. But I'm sure that Tuskers will not go down without a fight. What will be interesting to see is where they finish off. It'll just give you an idea of the effectiveness of the Rhinos' bowling attack. Googly plays it late. Another single taken.
Yeah, certainly looks in the bag of Rhinos at the moment. They take it down. 2 out of 2 for them. Good start to the tournament for them.
Play late, straight to Trevor Gwandu. Now they've done well. They are the defending champions of this particular tournament in Zimbabwe. And last year it was just 1 round of matches, but this year it's got 2 rounds. So this is the first round. The second round should be played early next year. End of the over. 15 overs done. Tuskers are 91 for 7.
Ryan Bell to continue from the golf course end. Oh, played by Clive Madande there. Just one it down, shot that there. Disappointing not to beat the fielder. 75 required off 29 balls.
Through the offside. The sweeper will pick that one up. And they will come back for 2. So I guess for Tuskers, what will be the important thing here for them is just to try and get as much close as they can to that target, not to be dismissed cheaply. Especially they would try not to be dismissed for less than 100, because net run rate later on can play an effect in terms of positioning, but also just for the mental aspect that you got close as much as you can to the required target, that you didn't give up. Cut away, that'll be 4. Neatly timed by Tino Maposa. He'll get a boundary for his efforts on that occasion.
Yeah, really good shot by Tino Maposa there. Yeah, it's, as you're saying, really important for Tuskers to, if they're going to lose the game, to try and get close to the score, so that later in the tournament, when net run comes into play, they'll have a better chance. Clive Madande, 28 of 23. Tino Maposa, 9 of 8.
Missed. Pitched wide. Disappointed with themselves. Tino Maposa there. He's looking to target that offside where there's no one riding the boundary except for one man with sweeper. Looks at leg side. Looking for 2. And sent back. Almost a run out. Wanted the 2. One delivery to go. One run away from 100, that is Tuskers. Top ball to finish the over. 16 done, 99 for 7.
The betting card there for Tuskers. Not much from the batters. Nashi Chimsoro, 27 of 24. Clive Madande not out at the moment, 28 of 24. And Tino Maposa, 10 of 10.
$99 for 8. That's where Tuskers find themselves. Ernest Masugu will be the new batter that walks in. Madande running out of partners on the opposite end.
fighting a lone battle here, Madande.
Yeah, pretty much comes down to, I don't believe, is the strategy that Tuskers used. They had the foot on the pedal right from the get-go, and they kept on it even when they had lost a decent number of wickets. They still kept the foot on the pedal. Straight. That's plumb in front. And Mars picks up another one. He now has 4 in the bag. Masugu comes and will depart for a golden duck. Doesn't bother the scorers at all. It'll be 99 for 9 here.
You know, when you're talking about Tuskers getting over 100, when you're talking about Tuskers getting over 100, I was like, oh, they'll definitely get to 100, but, well, they're 1 wicket away from not getting to 100.
1 run away from not getting to 100, while Mars Khan is 1 ball away from a hat-trick. He'll be on a hat-trick ball. He's picked up 2 and 2. As Zansen Jovo will be the last man coming in here. And I'll have a chat with Madande. We will just tell him full face of the bat. Watch it closely as possible. Takes guard. I'm looking for off stump there as Ansley. All right, hat-trick ball for Mars Khan. Goes for the sweep shot. Does he get it? And there's a huge appeal. Umpire impact should be outside. It's me being the DRS myself.
Yeah, it looked very much outside the line there.
Yeah, the reason why I say that is because take a look at the guard that he took. He was standing right on off stump. He shimmered across the stumps. That's how impact would be outside. Goes again for the sweep shot as well outside. Scamper through for 1. Should be a leg by. Yes, indeed. And the 100 will come up for Tuskers. They will feel much better than Mountaineers. They get to triple digits.
Shot by Madande. And straight down to long on. Slight misfield by Victor Chiro there. But not any damage made.
An opportunity for a 5 for Mars Khan's got 4. This is his last delivery of the 4 that is allotted. He's got good figures of 4 for 16. Can he get a 5 off his last delivery? Has a 1 strike. Got a good shout off the previous 2 deliveries. Wide. This is what I was telling you about. A wide delivery gives you another opportunity. To ball at the batter and gives him another opportunity to pick up a wicket. Big Eve doesn't get too short. Fine leg there. Top ball to end the over, and he'll finish with figures of 4 for 17. It'll be 17 overs done. Tuskers 102 for 9.
Zaman Kawaja from the golf course end into the 18th over.
Kwaja. Kwaja has figures of 1 for 8 and 2. Clive Madande, 29 from 25. Flicked away, next side. Pick up 1. Clive Madande did well yesterday. Got 53 in that rained out match. The only person to have a half century in this tournament so far. 2 batters got close from Rhinos. Another decent performance of 30 again today. Quick single taken. This is good from Mansley. Playing it with soft hands and takes the single. So it'll be back to the drawing board for Tuskers. They had a different plan today, but I like the plan that they had yesterday. They build up their innings nicely, steadily, and look to be explosive towards the end. But today they went very explosive at the start of it, and that's how it resulted in them losing. And a lot of their wickets right at the top there, right at the start of the innings, that they didn't have enough firepower coming down. Not taking away anything from how well Rhinos have bowled. They really have bowled very well. Last Khan 4 for 17, that's brilliant. I mean, you've looked at those figures of Zaman Kwaja, 1 for 11 so far. Everybody who's bowled for Rhinos has done well. That'll be wide. Hello, some exercise for the umpire. Stretch your hands.
Yeah, the plan for the Tuskers didn't really go well for them. But as you said, it's not taking away anything from the Rhinos guys. I think they really bowled well. Same as yesterday, they really stuck to their plans, bowled well, bowled with a very good plan and executed it.
Swing and a miss. Going through the gap between bat and pad. That's why it's not called wide. Luckily, it doesn't clean up the leg stump for Ansley Ndlovu.
Yoka. Great delivery by the bowler there. The batters managed to run through for a single. As you can see, the Eagles players there and the Rocks players. It will be the next game.
Yeah, so next match coming right after this one at 1:45. The Rocks making their first appearance in this tournament for this particular year. Eagles were out yesterday. Got a point in that washed out game. Would want to do better. Even they would want to get their batters out there and have a piece of the action. 18 overs done, 108 for 9.
Trevor Gwandu from the city end. into his third over. It's gone for 20. In his 2 and it's got 1 wicket. Clive Madanda on strike, 32 of 28. Ainsley, 1 of 6. Gave himself room. Pulls it down to long on for 1. Oh, they actually didn't take the run.
Yeah, get a feeling that Clive Madanda is going to do some range hitting for now. Down the track. And accesses that offside. Sekiwa will save the boundary and it'll be 2. This is what I'm talking about, saying that they're going to try and just get as close as they can to that total. So they feel like for them to do that, Clive Madanda needs to have the majority of the strike. .34 from 30. Pulled away. And pushing again, 2. That is Musakanda. No, so saves another boundary.
You got it right there, Eli. Clive Madanda have a bit of range eating at the moment. It's going for every ball now.
No, none of me wide. Just pull that one again. But good work by the defending champions. They've done very, very well. They have been ruthless. So how they played against Mountaineers yesterday. They stuck just to their lines and length. They cleaned them up very well. Dismissing them for less than 60. Good ball. They go for the single. They still get 2. And we're going to set it just for a 1. A little bit of enthusiasm with the throw. If he just kept the ball, just kept it down to 1.
Yeah, the bowler not happy there. Gave him a real stare there.
Inside edge. Get just the 1. Ansley will have to face the last delivery of this particular over. Have a quick chat, captain. And he's better there. Gwandu figures of 1 for 28 so far, the delivery to go. Up in the air, went for a big shot, and done. I don't think that was the message by Clive Madanda to Ansley, but he goes for a big shot, and it's cost him the wicket, and that's the game. Rhinos have clinched another one here, and they win it by 50 runs. They'll be very, very happy with that.
Very good performance by the Rhinos once again. 2 out of 2. Good win yesterday, another good win today. They'll be looking to up it as they go into the tournament. Fortunately for Tuskers, after a rained-off game, today they didn't manage to really bat well.
Yeah, brilliant performance by the defending champions, really showing their intent to defend their title in this one. They go 2 into 50-run win this one. 9-wicket win yesterday. And they will take that. They had brilliant performances from their batters and another brilliant performance from their bowlers.
It's been a great team performance by the Rhinos. Batters doing well, bowlers doing well. It's the only way you can win.
Tuskas betting scorecard. Nashim Soro, one of the stand-up batters, 27 from 24. Clive Madande will be the top run scorer for them, 39 of 33. And the only other batter to get double figures was Tino Maposa, got 10 of 11. Everybody else in single digits. It wasn't enough. 116 is what they were able to amass. They fall short by 50 runs.
And Rhinos bowling card, as you can see there, Musakanda, pick of the bowlers, 4 for 17. Great bowling. Trevor Gwandu, 2 for 28. And the rest taking single-digit wickets. Really good bowling display by the Rhinos. They're taking in the next game. They'll be doing well. Thank you for joining us, everyone. See you for the 4th game of the tournament. Starting at 1:45, Southern Rocks taking on the Eagles.